to her and said something to the effect of, you know, he cares about you. And all of a sudden she snapped and started yelling at me, "How dare you talk to me? Get away from me." You know, so I went back to the seat and minded my own business.
What happened next?
Johnny had said something to her like, you know, "Don't talk to my friend that way." And I just stayed in my seat and finished the rest of the flight.
Essentially came down to this. Do you have a drinking problem, Johnny?
Objection. Calls for hearsay. What the doctors told him.
I'm not sure he's saying what the doctors told him.
I think that's what's about to be testified to.
Oh, if you can make that clear, I guess.
For the rest of 2015?
I don't know about that year, but I know that they talked about collaborating and doing something. Sean and Johnny had worked out, Johnny working at...
Mr. White, if you can just answer my question.
Your Honor, may the witness please?
No.
She asked the question.
I
He
asked,
should be able.
did he collaborate in 2015?
Your Honor, may he be allowed to
Yes,
please
let
finish
him finish
his
the question. Answer. Sorry, go ahead.
Johnny and Sean put together Johnny dressing up as Captain Jack and addressing the crowd at the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Your Honor, I'm going to move to strike and ask that to be stricken. That is not responsive to my question.
Your Honor, she asked him the question.
That's not the question she asked him. You want to ask your question again, please?
Yes. Did Mr. Bailey collaborate on any projects with Mr. Depp in 2015 after Pirates 5?
The one I just said, the project that was a promotional project for
Was it
Pirates
a film?
of the Caribbean. Was it filmed?
Yeah.
I think it was videotaped or filmed, yes.
Was it a feature film that Disney
No, it wasn't
made
a
money
feature
on?
film.
Document that you signed as part of your divorce proceedings, correct?
That's my signature indeed, yes.
Okay. Mr. Depp, that is your signature on the right, correct?
Yes, it is.
Dated August 15th, 2016, right?
That's what it says, yes.
And this is this is a document you signed, right?
For the third time, that is my signature, yes.
You go to paragraph 27, please. And that was a document you signed in August of 2016, correct?
Is that the same one that I signed 3 times before? Yes,
Yeah.
that's the fourth.
Well, I wanted to make clear that you
You've
signed
made it
that in
clear.
the summer of 2016. Objection. Calls for hearsay.
Let me ask you a different question, Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object to another one. He'd had a conversation with Ms. Heard.
Hearsay.
Let's move beyond the conversation that Kevin Murphy had with Ms. Heard.
He said, yes, they had. Okay. It appears that Ms. Heard had told
Hearsay, Your Honor.
Apparently a statement by Ms. Heard.
not to fight
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
what she would like for him to cook. That's hearsay, I guess.
I'm not just sure it's offered for the truth of the matter, sir.
He got it.
Okay, all right, well then.
I'm learning to Ms. Heard that
I'll move to strike this as hearsay, Your Honor. And I object.
disturbing. Yes, I looked at papers. Maybe they're hearsay papers. So I can read it out of someone's article, but not from the man's mouth.
I think it's a pretty simple yes or no question, which is
You'd like
other
it to be, sir.
others-
Nothing simple in this case.
other than
October is 2 months before December. That's correct.
this was a document that you signed as part of your divorce proceedings, correct?
That's my signature indeed, yeah.
Okay. Mr. Depp, that is your signature on the right, correct?
Yes, it is.
This is a document you signed, right?
For the third time, that is my signature, yes.
You go to, and that was a document you signed in August of 2016, correct?
Is that the same one that I signed 3 times before? Yes,
Yeah.
that's the
Well, I wanted to make clear that you signed
made it
that in
clear.
the summer of 2006. To just remind the witness that since he's still on the stand, he's not to discuss his testimony
Right.
with anyone, including his
Right,
counsel.
and again, Mr. Depp, since you're still testifying, you can't discuss your testimony with anybody to include your attorneys, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Paul Bettany, correct?
Again.
Okay. So the Boston flight, you were drinking pretty heavily.
Were you there? Ended up with a very ugly situation with Amber. So
Mr.
I
Depp,
doubled
with
up the,
respect, trying to respect the court's time and the jury's time, that was not my question. My question was
I
simply,
understand. When you
would
take 5
agree,
minutes to look for a
you would agree,
document.
you would agree that on Let's pull up Exhibit 500, please.
500?
500, Defense Exhibit 500.
Yes, I'd like to see who I lied to.
Sometimes drink whiskey in the mornings too, right?
Isn't happy hour anytime?
You can't say that you carried cocaine in that box?
No, but it looks like it would fit some cocaine. I once gave Marilyn Manson a pill so that he would stop talking so much.
Did I read that right?
You did.
Did I read that correctly?
You did.
Okay. Did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
Did I read that right?
You continue to read them right, yes.
And right after you cut your finger off, right after, I won't give you anything to argue with me yet. Right after you sustained an injury to your finger, right after you sustained an injury to your finger,
Bless you.
you poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint.
Yeah. We're going to fast forward in time a little bit, Mr. Depp.
Yes, I can feel it.
I have other uses for your throat which do not include injury. I have other uses for your throat which do not include injury.
Sorry, could you read that again?
Admit what you said. Admit what you said. Admit what you said.
You've done more illegal drugs in this room that should be way, 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 way more concerning to you if you're Mr. Law all of a sudden. Are you kidding me? The bag of cocaine you just took into the back?
Is this how you wanted to end? Is this how you wanted to end? I don't understand. Is this what you want?
No. Oh, no, I'm just saying that all this, everything you just
I just wanted to touch you. Just say.
Really, after all this shit you just said?
I just wanted to give
After
you
all
a
this
hug.
shit you fucking used me up, you want to touch me?
Please stop. Please stop. Please, I just wanted to hug you and say bye. I wanted to end that.
I gave you everything I could. I did everything I could do to make you happy. It wasn't. You don't want to be happy.
No, I wanted you. I wanted
You don't fucking love me. You don't fucking love me.
I used to love you so much.
Yeah, you used to. You know what? Well, keep the task down straight. Call it, write it off as a mistake. Mistake. Get out.
I'm kidding.
Never met through a fucking, you are a leftover, fucking over-the-hill stripper. That's all you'll ever be. In this industry, all you've done, I can't do. You're recording? Yeah, I am. Hi. I'd like to say hello to David and Paige. Say that I love you, and I'm sorry this didn't work.
The
take a look at the
accusations
next
that she
exhibit, Mr.
brought.
Depp.
I'm sorry, I was talking. Is that all right?
You had answered my question. We'll take a look at the next exhibit. Thank you.
As long as you're happy, sir.
Relevant, Your Honor?
Your Honor, I'm trying to move this along, and when we stop with relevance,
I just,
He said in the...
objection, hearsay.
saying that...
Objection, hearsay.
Mr. Depp calls for a legal conclusion.
I'll sustain the objection. I'll sustain the objection.
And in 2016,
What, he was...
Your Honor, hearsay.
I haven't finished my sentence. How do you know?
Showed up drunk to movie premiere, reports say. Did I read that correctly?
Reports say... This is hearsay.
June
is it not?
21st, inside the trials of Johnny Depp. Did I read that right?
You did. You should read the article.
And the last one, Mr.
This
Depp,
is a pathetic attempt.
Mr. Depp, please just respond to the question I'm asking you.
What's your
The next
Mr.
question,
Rottenborn?
there's nothing about this text that's trying to protect her.
Protect her?
And
From what?
And you tell.
You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
Dr. Kipper told me he sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
Wait, you asked the question.
Okay.
Is that correct?
That's not correct. No, that's not quite right. The way you phrased it is not quite right. That's not correct.
Okay. Did I read that correctly?
It says perpetrated, but other than that, yes.
Are you trying to resist that you didn't have dinner with Mr. Depp and drinks?
I'm not trying to resist that, but it's not quite right.
Ms. Heard, didn't you?
That is not accurate.
Correct?
Ms. Bredehoff, that is not accurate.
Is your testimony today under oath that you did not tell your husband that you were going to be conducting the examination of Amber?
That is my testimony.
I'll read it for you if you're having difficulty.
Okay.
Your answer was under oath, correct. That is not my opinion. I'm asking you a question. I'd like you to try to answer my question. You understand that if you...
Her last wife.
Dr. Curry, I'm not going to ask you to try to bring in extraneous things. I'm asking you what you recall of these
But
notes.
the dates would have been different.
So now you're an expert on Rocky Pennington and her dynamics with Amber Heard. I'll withdraw.
What did you say in response when Miss Heard said, tell the world, Johnny, tell them Johnny Depp, I, Johnny Depp, a man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence?
I said yes. I am.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Depp was trying to urinate in the foyer, wasn't he?
No.
Mr. Depp had his penis out of his pants, didn't he?
I think I would remember
Relevance.
Mr. Depp.
Next question.
And you were trying to get Mr. Depp out of the house, correct?
Correct, I was trying to get Mr. Depp out of the house, yes.
And Mr.
I think Jack Sparrow was more drunk than Johnny Depp, to be honest.
So that's marijuana.
Did I read that right?
Yes, but you
That was
you
my
need to
question,
find the
just if
term.
I read that right, sir. Now, part of the services that you provide, that your firm provides to Mr.
She's giving you gifts over $8,500, correct?
$8,500.
Yeah.
You gave me a lot more than that.
Okay. And you're loyal to Mr. Depp, right? You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
Dr. Kipper told me he sustained an injury on one of his...
Objection, hearsay.
Wait, you asked the question.
Okay, he said he sustained an injury to his finger.
Yes.
But you don't know what caused the injury to his finger.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to spend time with your friends at a music festival after being abused by your husband, right?
What abuse? I would say, you think someone's trying to get into your unit? There's scratches like 4 inches above the floor on your door. That was the dog trying to get into the unit. They were so afraid. Oh, someone's trying to get into my unit. They're like, oh, come on, really? We don't have cameras in the videos. Sorry, we don't have cameras at the hallway. We don't have cameras on the hallway.
I'm gonna. So the The incident was May 21st.